What's good, people? Welcome to MGTV. We are live and alive again. Big up the people in the last show. We was talking about the real. Let's talk the real. So we was literally talking about the appropriate age to move out of the house, and was talking about the current young generation. But now we are talking football. And I'm waiting for my panel, man. A lot of my panel are late. I've got Magpies in the background. Magpie supports Newcastle, so I've got my Newcastle guy ready. I'm just waiting for a few people to join, but I thought let me go live and keep you guys entertained. We're going to talk about the fixtures over the weekend, the results. You know, Man United scraping a win at Burnley. We're going to talk about Chelsea losing again, Arsenal at the Emirates, Tottenham, Rodri's red card, Liverpool title race apparently. We're going to talk about a few things still. So yes, let me bring in some of my panel. We got Chinks in the building, my guy. Big up, man.
Yo, what's happening? You good, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I
You can
finally
hear
got
me
you on the
proper and
show
everything.
still.
You can
Yeah,
hear me properly
yeah.
and everything. Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
good.
sounds good still.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the invite, man. Could have been in
Yeah,
better
man, come on.
circumstances, but thanks for the invite.
Yeah, I know. At least I'm not ducking though. Certain man will be ducking out, you feel me?
Whoever,
So
if
big
a
up bath
Chelsea man's
time.
forwards, I like him already. Pause, Kai. He shows up. He shows up. He rides.
Yeah, I'm waiting still. I shouted a guy called Don as well that I've been in the show with, but I think he's busy. It was last minute.
Wait,
My other Chelsea guys in
what team
studio.
does the guy with the blue shirt support?
That's Chinks. He supports Arsenal still. Can't you see it right there, bro?
I couldn't see it, but he supports Arsenal. Arsenal are doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
Except for today. Today was a bit.
Today we're gonna talk about it, man. Big up Preach in the building. He said apparently. Listen, I have to say apparently because you know this.
Liverpool fan.
We have to wait until you guys don't get it twisted. Like you guys are probably one of the favorites, but you can't say title race here. I need to see consistency. I need to give it to at least December.
Rhino, have you got a Liverpool fan?
Jamie, my boy Jamie was meant to come on still, but he's not here. So listen, whoever's welcome.
Preach is a Liverpool fan. If you want to forward, Preach.
I preach. If you want to jump on, pause. If you want to jump on the show, you know. Listen, bro, I can send the link into the group chat as well. You feel me?
Yeah.
Big up bath time as well. He says you free around 9 p.m. any day this week. Yeah, bro. Just hit me up in the DMs. Big up Steph. Listen, Steph is a soldier, you know. Every show, she's here. And I know you mod for Saeed as well. You're on Flawless as well. Steph is around, man. Always showing support. So big up Steph, man. It's interesting. Where are we going to start? Okay, Preacher's going to jump on. Let me send in the link quickly. And Magpies, what are you saying, man? Newcastle moving crazy today.
Yeah. We battered Sheffield 8-0, but I wish we broke a record or something. I wish we could have beat them 10-0 or something like that. But we battered them, man. Was it 7 or 8 different people who scored? I need to check. 8 different people scoring. That's never happened in the Prem before. So it's good that we've broke a record.
Yeah. It is Sheffield, though.
Nah, but boy.
It's Sheffield, man. But it's good to get that, you know, the goal difference and boost the confidence as well. And then at least you know you can score. Newcastle score a lot of goals. Unlike Man United, we don't score, man.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, man. I don't think you'd do that against Sheffield United. You'd probably
we won't. We wouldn't.
Against them.
We're crap right now. We'll probably scrape a 1-0 win or something.
Yeah, true, man.
United's useless right now. We're gonna talk about it anyway. Let me give Preach this link quickly.
But anyways, we did do. But even though we beat them 8-0, we did do some bad plays. I feel so. We could have. I feel we could have been more attacking. But I'm still happy with the win.
Yeah. 100%. Of course, you're gonna be happy. You got to, man.
I know,
it's a
man.
good confidence
8-0.
boost.
8-0. I said I'm not happy with the attacking. That's crazy.
Magpies has got a weird way of thinking, man. He's young as well. Magpies is young as well, yeah.
Because when they brought Sandro Tonali on, the game started to be a bit more slow. The game was slow towards the end, and I feel they could have kept attacking. They could have went for more attacking opportunities. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but if you guys are winning at a certain level, it doesn't matter, man. At a certain point of the game, you just relax, man. Save the legs. But yeah, you was talking about Almiron. You say you're not rating Almiron, right? Talk about it.
Well, personally, I don't think Almiron's just not good for Newcastle because I feel like Almiron in general, he's quite sloppy in the Liverpool. For example, in the Liverpool game, he made bad plays. His shots just flied in the air, and he was a fucking idiot in that game as well. Because what happened was there was I remember there was like Anthony Gordon tried to score and the keeper blocked it, and Almiron was offside by 2 meters, and he decided to score anyway. So I just felt like, yeah, and Almiron was smiling about.
You're not happy with his decision making, basically.
Yeah, Almiron was smiling as well. Like it's not.
He's always smiling though, man. He's always smiling, man. Like Salah as well. Where Salah does that as well. Salah will take a shot, he'll miss, he'll score. He smiles the same way. You feel me? Like, so I feel like I get it though. Yeah, your attention, your kind of patience span is quite thin with your players, man. Almiron's done a lot of had a lot of good moments for Newcastle. You feel me? I'll take him at United, bro. We need someone in the right wing, bro. So,
seriously.
So yeah, I would still. Man's desperate right now. Still.
Bloody hell. It can't be that
the mighty
bad.
Are falling. It is that bad. Palestri's all right. Actually, I prefer Palestri to Almiron, to be honest. Actually, I'm genuine. We got Palestri, we got Ahmad. Obviously, Anthony's suspended. Sancho's going through his situation as well. So realistically, we've got no one on the right wing. Apparently, Mount can play right wing, but I'm never trying to see.
Oh yeah, no, you've got a lot of players injured though.
Yeah, injuries are
Almiron
mad.
Almiron makes poor decisions and is quite sloppy on the ball. So that's why I don't really like him.
So what, Chinks? Do you rate Almiron?
I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him. I understand his frustration because he is very. And what would you say? He's like a 1 in 4 or one.
Yeah, he's not consistent at all.
He's not as consistent because he does have a good ceiling, but he don't get anywhere near it that often. And
yeah, that's true. You know,
the issue you have with him. Sorry, I don't know if it gets better. I don't know if you can improve it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think he's just who he is.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Because he has big moments where he's moving crazy, and then all of a sudden he disappears. Yeah, he's not consistent at all.
And I don't know if it will. Because how old is he again?
29.
Oh yeah, so
he's 29.
I didn't know that. Sorry, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Almiron's 29. No. Let me check.
That's crazy.
Oh snap!
He's 29.
He's old.
Yeah, it's basically over. This is it for him. It's never.
He's done. Yeah, he's done, man. His time's done. He's 29. Where has he been all this time?
Yeah, I was going to say, but he's got potential, and in time he might develop and all that.
Yeah, I thought he was like 21, 22. That's the biggest shock of this year for me.
Miguel Almiron joined Newcastle in 2019, so it was like 25 at the time.
Okay, where did he come? What team did he come from?
At Atlanta United.
Interesting.
Yeah, back in 2019, we used to we were a shit club because we were led by Mike Ashley, so we were making poor decisions in that.
No, you're good, man. You're good now, man. Bath Time says here, Almiron looks like he's been force-fed that Joker gas from Batman.
Bloody hell.
Bath Time's crazy. No one says big up Rhino, Chinks, Magpie's the legend.
Big up,
yeah, come on, no man. Big up, man. Listen, man. We're just waiting for some people to come in, but let's get started anyway, man. We got Big Preach in the building as well. Big up, man.
Yes,
It's the Liverpool man.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Honestly, some managers decide to make weird decisions. For example, I don't know why Arteta decides to bench Trossard when Trossard's a very good player. He's very dangerous as well.
He's injured,
Trossard should
no?
definitely start.
And he injured?
Is he injured?
I think he's injured.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I like Trossard. I prefer him as well. Still, I like
but
him.
Even when Trossard's like not injured, he still doesn't start. He's better than Jesus in my opinion.
You mean playing Trossard up front?
Yeah, but it's just that he ain't got the legs. Like, because our defense is very. We start defending from the front, so the press and that Jesus and the intensity.
Yeah, Jesus is good at leading the press.
If you take him out and put Trossard, maybe for particular games, but not a team where we need to defend for. Not if we're playing a team that we need to defend from the front. Trossard, he ain't got the legs for it. To be honest.
Yeah.
But I do. He is a good player, though. I take nothing away from him.
Yeah, I rate Trossard, man. I like him, man. That was a good buy from you guys as well. Still, to be honest.
You know what? To rub salt into the wound, his transfer cost was the same as Almiron's.
Oh, is it?
They both cost 20 M's. Yeah.
Well, if you think he's better than Jesus, you should change your name to Pontius Pilate or something, because that's a wild. Hey, listen, bath time. You know, Magpie says these mad things as well, but he's young, so I just leave it. He's got a certain way of thinking, and sometimes we have to educate him as well. So I just bring him here for a different dynamic. So it's all blessed, man. Bath time always gets us. He gets nowhere near Arsenal. You're talking about Almiron. He's not even got a place on the bench. Nah. Once I found out he was 29 as well, and I kind of considered how inconsistent he was, I was waffling, man. Just ignore me, man. But preach, man. I know, Chinks, what was you gonna say?
No, just say he come from Atlanta United. He said that says it all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, preach, man. Listen, Liverpool, you quoted me when I said apparently, man. Talk to me about it, man. How are you feeling as a Liverpool fan, man?
I feel good, bro. I feel good. Like your Ox phase at the beginning of the season, I weren't too sure. Getting a whole new midfield, that was really my concern, to tell you the truth. But the man they're showing up right now, so I feel it's just a situation. I feel like it's just a blip. Last season was a blip.
Yep.
And we're just back on it still. So I don't really feel like we're title contenders straight.
Okay, straight away. Yeah. I was watching. What show was I watching, man? Some of the other Liverpool supporters were just basically saying one of them was saying they're gonna wait a while and see, because you know how the Premier League can get. But I definitely think Liverpool have always been that threat. And I said it from early, because don't let last year fool you. You know, like Liverpool, you guys have it in your genes, should I say. You've got the experience to come back when you need to. You feel me? So it's just about Klopp working out. Klopp's an amazing coach. You feel me? So he just needs time to figure it out. And for me, I think I don't know, I haven't watched your games recently, but in regards to your midfield and stuff, once you guys gel, I think the only weakness you probably have maybe is your back four, maybe. Obviously, if Van Dijk gets injured, you're one or two injuries away from a situation where your back four is not as strong. I think the drop-off might be a bit too deep in it, but I don't know. What do you think, man?
Defensively, we're not sound yet. We're still...
Yeah.
It's still, I think,
who's your back four? Who's your back four right now?
Hey, like the usual...
Yeah.
I'll take Trent out and put Gomez.
Yeah.
Like I feel better.
Gomez as a right back, yeah.
Yeah, as a right back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel better defensively.
Interesting, man.
Yeah. And I don't even mind who plays with Virgil. Tell you the truth, you know. Like,
yeah.
I don't really mind. Like today, Matic played great. He had Antonio in the pocket today, still. So
yeah.
You can do that.
Man. So, Half-time here saying, are you excited to add a Europa League to your work? You guys should definitely win that, though. I reckon you'll win it still.
Look, Art's phase, bro. When it comes to this Europe, I don't mind. I'm like, if we win it, all this hype, it don't mean nothing. We'll be back, though, anyway.
Yeah.
So.
It was a blip. Sorry, go on.
No, go on. What's your thoughts on Darwin Núñez?
Yeah, I'm in another Liverpool group, and there's a bit of a debate going on. I don't think he should be starting yet, but he's warming up, so he's winning. Like I feel like Gakpo should be starting, and then bring Nunes on for like tire them out in it. Defense, the legs are heavy. He'll just destroy the tired defenses. So, but he's doing all right now. Klopp said something about like our gameplay doesn't suit him enough. That's why he doesn't really start. So I think maybe I think if we still had like Fabinho and Henderson, he might be starting.
Yeah, I get that.
He's a terror, like Captain Chaos, we're calling him.
Yeah,
he's all over the pitch. He's everywhere, starting the high.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is for me? Yeah, from last season, I saw the potential. Like, yes, he wasn't finishing his shots, and you know he was a bit rash. But in terms of the positions he was getting himself into and stuff, like that's the main thing to have locked down first. You can always work on your shooting, and you know what I mean. So I feel like Nunes, especially coming off the bench against tired legs as well, and he's quite pacey as well. Getting them in behind, mad. And it's crazy. I can't remember what show I was watching. Someone was like to me, Salah is going to focus more on assisting. But I never understood it. I was thinking, why do you think that? And I've realized that Salah's been trying to do more of the assisting as well. Like, so it's quite interesting how Liverpool's a good team, man.
And the assist rate with Salah's crazy, bro. Because if you look at his
crazy.
Stats, he assists, he does it still.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know if his pace is starting to
go down a bit. You think next season he's going?
Well, it depends. If the Saudi come with that same price tag, bro, then yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
I think that's the only place to go, to tell you the truth, for him. But I don't even know. I'm glad he didn't go this season.
You need him. You needed him still. Do you think he's a main factor that if he went this season, would you still look at Liverpool as title challengers, contenders?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you could replace him. There's a couple names where it's like they're not Salah.
It's not Salah, man. It's not the same. You see,
like Nunes, like because he's added goals. He still like misses some like today's game, like the sitter he missed compared to the goal that he scored. Like the goal he scored was a harder goal to score. So he's still got some of those traits, but he's adding a few goals now. So I'm happy. But yeah, Salah, I think I feel like he's concentrating on the assists.
Yeah, Salah's. I think Salah's carrying Liverpool on his back. He's the best player on your team.
Yeah,
I don't know about carrying. I wouldn't say carrying, but he's.
You rely on him quite a lot in a sense.
He's giving up to his name.
Yeah.
We are a different team without him. Totally.
Bath Time here says, what's going on with Harvey Elliott? He's a player I saw a few seasons ago and thought, fuck me, he's going to be a world beater. What's happening, man? Because I'm not really too privy to what's happening at Liverpool.
He's got time.
Yeah.
You see, he don't want to put no pressure on no players. Like, so he's just giving him time, innit? Like, same. It's like with Curtis Jones now. Everyone's just like, yeah, Curtis Jones has come off of age, innit? Klopp's giving him time.
Yeah.
You're saying loads of people are like, why ain't he playing? And it's like, don't pressure him, innit? Because this type of pressure can make or break a whole career.
Yeah, facts, 100%. Yeah.
They're young. They're doing well. So, like me, I trust Klopp 100%. So, rest him here and there, and just bring him on, innit? But yeah.
So would you say? Sorry to cut you off, bro. Would you say the Europa is a must win?
No, just as long as we don't get embarrassed, I'm cool. We can't get embarrassed.
Okay.
If we win it to a good team as well. I mean, if we lose it to a good team,
yeah,
like I'm cool with it. I think it's all about like the Premiership and making sure we're back into the Champions League.
Yeah.
If we win it, then we're back in the Champions League. So.
Oh yeah, automatically, innit? Yeah.
It's not like a must, but you know, if we can stay in there to the end, if we can add it to the top 4, then yeah, that's a good season as well, innit? So top 4 finish.
Nah, I hear that, man. I hear that.
Yeah, I won't be disappointed if we get knocked out. I would be if it's early, actually. That's the truth. If it's early,
I think you lot can win it, man. I think you lot could win it. To be fair, we might play Liverpool in Europa. Yeah, bruv. will die out of the Champions League, and yeah, bro, trust me.
That's if United even get in the Europa.
Listen, United are in the mud, man.
Yeah, because they might not be the second best team in that group.
So listen,
is it third or second?
I think I don't know. You know, I ain't been in Champions League for time.
It's all changed.
It's
all
third,
changed, and that's complicated. But I think best worst team basically, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Which is kind of
big up the. Yeah, why? Go on, talk about it.
Because you can get knocked out of your group stage, and then get in Europa. But then if you get knocked out of what's after the group, the quarters.
Says the
round of 32.
Yeah.
So if you get knocked out,
they've changed it now, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you get knocked out in any of them latter rounds, that's it for you in Europe. But if you get knocked out your group, you're still in Europa. You know what I mean? It's kind of backwards.
That's mad. Yeah, big up, Steph. You're back here. Big up, man. Yeah, the chat's slowly building up. I've never done a show on a Sunday after my Red Pill, Blue Pill show. So we'll see and hope the numbers go up slowly. A lot of my other people in the panel are not here. So we're just going to rock on still. But cool, man.
Anyway,
go on, Magpies. I want to talk about Newcastle, man.
Something about my point before. I think Bath Time said, I think Trossard is better than Gabriel Jesus. I was maybe exaggerating, but I think when I watched Arsenal, when Trossard would play instead of Martinelli, I feel like Arsenal would play better. Yeah, probably. That's how I feel anyway.
Okay, that's a response to what Bath Time said, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know, man. I just feel like Trossard being a sub to Havertz is just sad, man. Because Hazard is not doing good for Arsenal, but Trossard's done pretty good for Arsenal. Yeah. I just wanted to clear that up, man.
No, you're good. But cool. Let me ask you, man. Yeah, Chinks and Preach. Yeah, Newcastle. What are we saying about them? Do you guys think Newcastle are what? Like, obviously, we know they need to handle the Champions League. What, they won 8-0 against Sheffield. Let me even bring up you lot's fixtures quickly. Let's see. So Newcastle fixtures or results, should I say? So you beat. When was this? Okay, so Sheffield 8-0. You drew with Milan, beat Brentford 1-0, lost to Brighton, and obviously Liverpool as well. What are we saying for Newcastle? I want to start with you, Preacher, as well. Like, obviously, you look at your team, Liverpool, you feel like, yep, you guys are back. Last year was a blip. Where do we put Newcastle in this? Last season, did they come fourth or fifth last season?
Fourth.
They came fourth, innit? Yeah, you guys came fourth. So how do you feel, as a Liverpool fan, how do you look at Newcastle? What do you think about them? Big up Bash as well. Big up, man.
I think Brighton's more of a threat than Newcastle.
Okay. Ironically, Stephanie says big up Brighton produced some players as well. Yeah, go on, talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel Newcastle will just slip back into being Newcastle, the Newcastle that we know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Why though? Why do you think that?
There was a surprise last season.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. But I think we're just used to them. Like Brighton, I feel Brighton actually play beautiful football. Like,
yeah.
I don't think Newcastle play beautiful football. I think there's chinks in their defense.
Chinks in their armor.
In the armor, yeah. So I can see them. I see them being up there, maybe top 8. Newcastle definitely, but I don't think they're going to repeat this season. And I think they need to focus on something like the FA Cup or something like that.
Okay. So just focus on one kind of cup at a time kind of thing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just think Brighton's more of a threat. I think they're more solid.
Okay. Faiz, talk about it, man. Would you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about, as an Arsenal fan as well, how do you feel about Newcastle, man?
I don't know. I think I got, and it might be not a bias, but what's the word? Like an ignorance to them. I don't really, not that I don't care, but they're not on my radar, if you know what I mean, for some reason. I only really care when I play them. you get what I mean? And I remember, they're quite good, you know. They might give us a game, but other than that, I'm not really focused on what they're doing, to be honest. If you get what I'm saying, which is kind of disrespectful because it's like I'm not taking them as a threat.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like just the history or just the obnoxiousness of being an Arsenal fan. I don't really have a thought for them, really, to be honest.
Okay, I hear that.
And maybe it's recency bias of last season. They shouldn't. Obviously, this season could go any way, but they shouldn't be a problem for me after how we did last season. So if they like finish above us or beat us or something, I feel it's more we messed up, which is disrespectful because based on what we done last season, we shouldn't be having issues with them for some reason.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, I agree with that still.
And I could still say all that and finish 7th, and they finised 5th or 4th, you know, which is crazy.
Yeah, football's a humbler, bro. Like,
Yep,
they always say
really
football's a humbler. We're gonna even talk about Tottenham as well. So, preach. Stephanie says, "Are you annoyed dropping points to Chelsea?"
Yeah, proper. That.
Yeah, you don't. You said I have to interject. You don't know. You don't know the half of it with Preach and Chelsea.
I always say Stephanie's triggered something right now. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chelsea's I feel like my biggest rivals. Most out of all teams.
You guys always draw, though, innit? It's weird, man. You guys are always drawing.
It allows them to speak up and all that stuff there. But like I don't know. Klopp was worried about that game, yeah, and he said like he was just focused on that game. It was weird, like how he was talking. Like he wasn't. It's like he weren't confident in the squad or the players hadn't had enough time. So the way he was talking about tactics, it was different. So he just looked. I know he says game by game, but we all know like they kind of look maybe 2-3 games in advance in it. But I really felt that he was just focused on the Chelsea game. Like the transfer window was still open, you know, like, so I feel like he focused on that game, and I think he might have just kind of played a little more defensive minded.
Yeah. I hear
but
that.
we could. I think like if we played them today, we would.
That's what I was saying. Based on your form now, you're thinking, bro, let Chelsea circle back, and it's a different game. 100%.
Maybe it was because the pressure got Jurgen Klopp, because realistically, Chelsea do not have anything to lose. They're not doing great right now, man. They're probably going to finish bottom half again.
And I feel like Liverpool started off a little bit slower from what I remember.
Still are, I think. Like, we started off in that actual game.
In general, like, you guys are still finding your feet, like you're getting into your groove.
Yeah,
from the start of the season till now.
Yeah, the first half, it's like we're 2 different teams. So first
half,
second half,
you concede goals early and then you come back. Yeah. You've been doing that for a few games.
But I'm thinking it might be a tactic from Klopp. Like, I don't think he wants
relax
to
in the first half.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to. He's looking at the whole season. Don't want to tie it up. We've got a small squad. Like the experience.
The rock and roll football's caught up to you, man. Still,
the asthma pumps. The
asthma pumps kicking in still.
Proper, like it's kicking in. So I think he's like learned from some mistakes there, and so the first half, because we're conceding a goal every first half all the time.
Yep.
It's only today that we didn't like concede first, but we still conceded against.
Conceded. So you need to find what's that gap. That's called 100%. Liverpool got a massive confidence boost by coming back against Newcastle. Yeah, that was that was a critical game. You know, I don't know if people watch football a lot or even play football and understand about how confidence can carry yourself from playing at games and winning and just the mentality. Listen, it's so important, man. You feel me? Especially when you guys weren't the favourites, kind of as well secretly. People were kind of writing you guys off, innit? Go on, say what was you gonna say?
That's when I got a bit of confidence in Nunez. I was like, wow, maybe he should.
Nunez was vaulty that game still. He came on and meant business still. It
was at the same time proof why he should just come on, get me 60 minutes or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No, I hear you, man.
Something secretly, that one there.
Yeah, she's big up Steph always, man. Magpie is cool. I just want to ask your opinion now. Obviously, it seems like the panel, we're not really taking Newcastle too seriously. We're not worried about them. Me and United, we're in the mud, innit? So I'm not involved. But Arsenal and the Liverpool guys right now. They're not really rating you lot's thing, man. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel like Newcastle are kind of underrated, or they do you know what I mean? We're overlooking them too much.
Personally, I do understand why they feel that way, because Newcastle have not started out great, but I personally disagree with them, because the Saudis have a plan. The Saudis bought Newcastle for a reason. They bought us to be like the best club to win Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, FA Cups, and to be the best club. So they clearly have a project. Plus, we're picking up our plus. When Newcastle actually get their shit together, we perform really good. Like, we beat Tottenham 6-1. We beat Villa 5-1. We beat Villarreal. So we definitely got it in us. We just need to utilize it more, man. And to do that, we need to buy better players. Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch on still.
Newcastle's becoming more of an attractive club for that reason. Plus, I feel like Eddie Howe plays really good football. He plays very attacking football. The players just not right now, but except for the Sheffield game, but right now, in the 22-23 season, Newcastle were very, very attacking. They just went for it. That's what got them top fourth in the first place. We just need to do 100%. That again, and we need to be more consistent. Plus, I'm going to be really honest. The reason why we haven't been doing the best is because of Tonali. I feel Tonali
has taken a while to adjust. He hasn't adapted.
Tonali has not adapted to our system. We played. Honestly, I feel like we played better. We played better without him. It's not a coincidence that when we brought Tonali on, the game started to get slower. The game started to slow down.
Would you take McTominay?
Would I take McTominay?
Take him, man. He's
actually
player.
Contemplating. I can't wait to hear his response. Go on, because it's gonna be something else.
Just take him. He's calm. Listen, he's tall. He's athletic.
Response. Yeah.
You feel me? He's athletic. He's. Listen, man.
Would I take McTominay?
Go on, sorry.
If I'm not sure, because McTominay would. I don't know. I'm not sure if McTominay would play good for us like he does in Scotland. So personally, I'm just gonna say no. I'm not really. I don't think so. I wouldn't want him.
He's dead, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't want McTominay.
Who did Newcastle lose this summer? Any big players that were sold?
Brighton. We lost to Brighton, and Brighton.
I think he's still got players
in the transfer.
Did we sell any players?
Yeah.
Don't think so. We sold Saint Maximin to Al Ahly for 30 million.
How old is Saint Maximin?
26.
See that looks like a reason why we're not taking
tactical thing.
I feel like the problem with another problem I feel with Newcastle is Eddie Howe's been getting on my nerves. He's been making poor decisions.
That could even against Liverpool, the same thing, man. And I was thinking, Eddie Howe still got a lot to learn, man. But go on, sir.
Don't be sorry, but anyway, Eddie Howe tends to make poor decisions, and I do not get why. I'll be completely honest. Like, I don't get why he starts Almiron. Anthony Barnes is a good player, and Anthony Gordon's doing his thing as well. I think Gordon and Barnes should be started instead of Almiron. They would do way better.
Gordon's not too much of a bad player. I see you guys sold Chris Wood to Nottingham Forest, and then some next dead players, some goalkeeper and whatever. All right, cool, man. We're gonna move on anyway. Still, we're gonna finish. Yeah, go on, preach.
See the money thing, yeah. You've missed your time with that money thing. Chelsea had that. Unless you get someone like Pep, money don't mean anything. Like, so you've got.
And listen, let me even chime on that as well. That's what I was going to say to you, Magpies. I feel like Newcastle right now, you guys should have capitalized on getting names to kind of increase the quality of your players. So obviously you went for someone like Tonali, who was shocked like, okay, Newcastle are going for certain players, but I think you guys should have got maybe 3 or 4 more players of that ilk or higher, so that you can start to raise the quality. And then because I don't think you can challenge for the Champions League and stuff now, because your players are not experienced, man. They're kind of, you know what I mean? They're not like number one, the Premier League top 4 race is new to you guys. Now you guys are in Champions League and FA Cup and all of that. It's a big thing for Eddie Howe's going to have to learn to make certain decisions. And you guys going away to these clubs. AC Milan, was you guys home or away? You was away, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then who else have you got in your group? You've got Dortmund. And
Dortmund's going to be an easy game for us, but PSG and Milan are going to be tricky.
But still, you guys haven't gone away to Germany. You know what I mean? Them away flights and that. You feel me? Like, it's going to be a lot for the players, bro. Certain men are going to start folding, bro. Trust me. That big Borussia Dortmund stadium, you feel me? PSG and that. It's going to be a lot of...
2-3 days to prepare. It's going to kill you lot.
Yeah. They haven't done it before. And that's my thoughts on Brighton as well. But let's move on, man. Let's talk about Arsenal, man. Let's talk about Arsenal, man, because we've spent 38 minutes trying to warm up and chat. We've got 5 people in the chat. Listen, guys, like the video, man. Like the video, subscribe, put post notifications on. And listen, just tell a friend to join the link, join the comments, man. But let's talk about Arsenal, man. Like, I've seen a lot of, reactionary comments. I was watching Gunnar Solskjaer on Football Terrace. He was cussing. He was saying, you guys better get back on the training field. All of this. What is your thoughts, man? How do you feel about the game, first and foremost? I haven't watched the highlights yet. But just tell us how you're feeling, bro. What are you feeling right now, man?
I feel, what's the word? I feel, is it like ungrateful and spoiled? I feel a bit spoiled, to be honest, because I'm disappointed in the result. Yeah. I feel like all the reactionary stuff people have said, I'm not that type of person. I like to think, so I'm not going to do that. But I understand why they're saying it. But I'm just because there would have been a while that 2-2 would have been decent. But because of what I'm used to of recently, I'm just upset about it, man. Like,
and the fact it's Tottenham as well, and it's like you're. And
I like to say, like, last season, I kind of fell in love with the team, and I became like a supporter instead of just a fan, in a way. And today, I kind of felt like just a fan again, because after I'm watching on links, innit? I ain't got the Sky Sports package, so my games are a bit delayed. So once I found out we scored the pen, and then it was 2-2 again, I kind of threw my toys out the pram and just turned the telly off, like, and just went and done something else, because I kind of knew after that happened so instantly like that, I knew we weren't winning the game. I knew we weren't, and I didn't even want. I know you're meant to stay there and support your team, and they've won so many games and played so well, and I've been there, but I just weren't in the. Maybe because it was Spurs, I just weren't in the mood for it today.
So what went wrong? Do you think what went wrong?
I don't think anything necessarily went wrong. Tottenham were good. They were very, because it's easy to say the players got complacent and they thought it was a walk in the park and all that stuff. But from the last, let's say, 40 games they've played, they ain't done that. They've been consistent and performed. So to just say today they just done that, that's out of character from the players. So, like, I just think Tottenham were good. Tottenham were good, man. And other teams kind of give us a bit of respect because how we played last season, and I don't think they gave us respect today. They really lived it and lived. They done the rivalry thing, like, where I don't care who you are. Like, they had a different battery in their back today. Do you know what I mean? And they gave us a good fight, and you just got to say they just played well. They just played well, man.
So would you say that it's more of an unexpected kind of rise that kind of maybe threw the players off? Like, they're thinking, raw, these guys are kind of turning up, and kind of threw the players off a bit.
Maybe, but then again, I'm not paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week like these guys are, and even I knew Tottenham weren't a walk in the park. They've been playing all right. They still got that new, that new car smell, like like when I'm still new.
Yeah.
Like it's still what they're still they've got 100% belief in what they're doing right now because it's working. You get what I'm saying? They ain't got no chinks in their armor, so it's that confidence thing where they've got the confidence behind them, the wins in their cells. So it is a difficult time to play them at the moment. And if you follow the narratives of how they're doing great and we're not doing so well and stuff like that, it's what's meant to be, really. But then I don't know, are Spurs fans more happy with a draw, or do they feel like it's
I think so,
drop?
definitely. I feel like from what I've seen, they're more proud that they didn't lose, and the fact that they played very well, and a lot of people wrote them off. They're thinking of it as, we came to the Emirates and got a draw. We might have been able to nick a win. Like, get me, you guys writ us off. So I'm feeling good. So obviously you can look at it and think, okay, why they gassing up a draw? But if you add context to it, it kind of makes it more clear as to why they were satisfied with it. From me, in my opinion.
Honestly, Tottenham look good at the moment. They're probably
they do, man.
it, but I don't know how you say his name. Angie, I don't know how you say.
Ange.
Whatever
calls him
Ange.
Ange.
That's how you say his name. Ange.
Yeah.
Ange is playing very attractive football. He's playing very good football, and a lot of people are interested in that. But I don't know. Even though he's not going to be at Tottenham for long, I feel he's playing very good. He's playing very good with He's playing very good football.
Yeah, I can't lie.
So
it's crazy because with Angier, I remember obviously I watched Big Six, innit? So, what's his name again? I always forget his name. The guy that supports Man City, he's Irish, and he was before Tottenham got in a new manager. He was saying you guys should go for Postecoglou. He's doing a lot in the Scottish League. He plays high intensity football, blah, blah, blah. Then it was ironic and funny that how they ended up going in for him, and his philosophy is just flowing through. You feel me? Unlike my club, where sometimes we just don't know how we're going to play today. You feel me? So it's nice to see that his philosophy is actually thriving, and I'm just interested to see how long they're going to last in the league and if they're going to be so consistent. You feel me? Because
bingo.
Everyone's getting excited right now, and bro, come December, bro, you might see a different Tottenham. You feel me? Exactly. And Arsenal are not there at their best, I would say, because if they backed last season's Arsenal, it will probably be a different game. And I think you lot, from what I heard, you lot had chances to go up. I think Jesus missed an important chance as well. So you guys could have been about 3 up. Apparently, I heard 2-3 up if you guys were clinical. So yeah, beautiful Smiles says injuries and we need to put up more of a fight. Okay,
bingo. Because Partey's injured. Rice, I think had like something with his calf, so he had to come off.
Okay,
and then
2 DMs. Damn, that's crazy.
Vieira was kind of getting a bit not bullied, but he was getting a bit pushed about in midfield in a bit because he's not as physical. So Rice next to him kind of combats that because he can't just bully the midfield. So once Rice has gone off now, there's no protection for Vieira.
There's no stability.
So now he's put Jorginho in. He's had to put Havertz on to kind of balance the physicality a bit. So it's kind of injuries were a big part, but I don't want to make excuses and stuff. And I just hope
sometimes it's the facts of the matter, innit?
Yeah, 100%. And I don't want it to proceed. Sorry, go on.
No, it's a difference. I think it was on Sky Sports. Was it Carragher and Schmeichel were going back and forth about rotating your goalkeeper as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, all of that. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with you lot at the moment. I think.
I thought Ramsdale would play today. Before the game, I genuinely thought he would play today because based on I have too much belief in Arteta, but when he says stuff, I try and understand it and believe what he's saying.
And that's what, and I rate that because we need to start looking at the game how managers look at it and not always look at our preferences. We need to separate what we prefer to what the manager's trying and back the manager. Yes, we can criticize things if we don't agree on something, but we need to look at things through the manager's eyes because it's like having favoritism with players. People tend to be more biased with players they like in opposed to players they don't like. You feel me? But if your player that you like does bad, just say it, bro. Don't be biased. You know, separate the emotion. I think it's very important as football fans still. And big up Oski as well, my guy as well. But yeah, what's your opinion about this whole rotation thing? Like, do you feel like it's a good idea? Do you feel like you're meant to have one goalkeeper? Do you believe in Arteta? You said you believe in what Arteta is saying, like his vision. So, what are you saying about it, man?
He knows better than me because I've heard it all before. Like with people were saying, what's his name? Zinchenko can't defend. Play Turney. Like, and I've heard people question him, and then I've seen it happen, and then it works, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. And like, he done everything everyone's telling him to do, like when he was experimenting with Partey at the right back and Gabriel weren't playing. Everything everyone's telling him to do is what he's done last season, basically. So he played the back four, the 4-3-3. He done it last season, and it got him nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So even if you done what you done last season, it's proven that doesn't get you nowhere because you didn't win nothing and you didn't win the league. So he's trying to figure out, because the season's long. Like the season is long, so you can't one style of play and one method and one doing the same thing ain't gonna win you the league the whole season. If you get what I'm saying.
Adapt,
So he's trying to figure out maybe not a plan B, but a plan A1, a plan A2, a plan A3, and he's kind of trying to figure it out actively while he's managing. So you can't really, because it goes back to the what's the player's name? What was the Liverpool player that my man just asked a question about and said he'll be a world beater?
Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott. So like he's a decent player, but in a Liverpool team that are challenging to win Champions League, Premier League, and all of that, he's a young player. No, we ain't. You can't experiment live when you're challenging. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because it's about results are all that matter. So Arteta's having to experiment in the moment when it can cost you. Like, do you get what do you understand what I'm saying? So like, I understand, like, because in the Everton game was the game that perfectly like signified what he explained to me. Like, different game states call for different players. So last season, Everton beat us. They were over physical with us. The game turned into a basketball match, and we had too many duels, and they beat us in the duels. So everybody thought we were going to go physical versus physical in this game this season, and he didn't do that. He just changed it. He went with a keeper that could play football, and then we just controlled the game. He went with Vieira over Havertz. He went, we're not going to do nothing physical with you. We're not going to get in no duels. We're just going to keep the ball from you and control the game. So that made sense having Raya, because Raya controls it better than Ramsdale does.
Better than Ramsdale,
But then I thought the games that are like Ramsdale is sick away, because he said it in the documentary Amazon thing that the reason that he banters with the crowd is because it puts a pressure on his back. So he performs better in that high pressure environment.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I expected him to come into some games that are high pressure now. But now I'm kind of doubting what Arteta is saying, because is it really a two goalkeepers thing? Because this whole method you did after the international break is the same thing you did with Leno and Ramsdale. So once after the international break, Ramsdale came in, we didn't see Leno again. So now after the international break, Ray has come in, and I ain't seen Ramsdale again. And I really thought he was going to play the game today, and he didn't play the game. So now I'm trying to believe what you're saying, but then you're just playing Raya all the time. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going on.
You're trying to find a method behind it, but it's not consistent.
It's not consistent. I don't get it now, because it seems like Ray is performing, so you're just playing him. We're gonna give Ramsdale a cup, and then that
not gonna lie, man. Some Arsenal fans aren't too happy with Ramsdale. I speak to an Arsenal fan, and he sometimes calls him Haramsdale because he says Ramsdale makes too many mistakes.
He has made some mistakes, but then he's made some big saves as well.
Big saves,
Like he's made some. Do you get what I'm saying? He's made some big, like, people. They're just reactionary. Like, do you know what I mean? It's always hindsight, because when we didn't have Raya, Ramsdale, I was extremely happy with him. We all were, to a degree.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He made a few mistakes, but it wasn't nothing to like. We weren't screaming for Turner. Like, do you know what I mean?
You were
Like
applauding him. Like,
we were like, So now we've got Raya. It's just like the memory's very short. Like,
yeah.
I don't agree.
And Beautiful Smiles here says, I agree with Chinks. Our fans have been a bit reactionary. The crazy thing is we have more points at this time this season.
All of that,
than we did last season, yeah. And Preach, what was you going to say?
The expectation pressure is back again, Fees. Remember what I was saying about just the expectation Arsenal fans have, and they put the pressure on the majority of them, even on the live shows, they're all talking the same. They sound the same in private conversations on the bus and online. It's like pressure. And I feel like they're building it back up just because of what they achieved last season.
And it don't help because you know what? Yeah, Preach is like my footballing uncle because I didn't realize that football, because I grew up, obviously I supported Arsenal before, like the Invincibles and that, but that was like I grew up knowing that's all I kind of know, just win, and it takes a while to realize, like when we were getting, like, because we kept getting top 4 and stuff, but it took me a few years to sit back and go, bro, yeah, we're just not good. Like, we're just not that good at the moment. You know, obviously, you only see the highlights of your team and you remember the good moments. But it was Preach. Bro, because he had went through the mud before me. He kind of schooled me through it, and he was just like, "Yeah, you're putting too much expectations on the players, on the manager, and it's not helping. You just need to be supportive right now and be happy with what you get." So he kind of helped me, and then when I came to terms with that, we're not just that good. It didn't hurt as much. It didn't hurt as much because you know the expectation leads to disappointment. And then like once you take the pressure off their back, you see they start to come through and do better and play well. And like I didn't know, you know, like older people say football is cycles. Like there's cycles, and because your teams, especially as a Man U man, even you talking about what about cycles? We're Man U. We win all the time. What are you talking about? I don't know about this. And it's funny because it's happening to Chelsea fans now. Because if you watch, like, remember when AFTV was the highlight? Even if you didn't support Arsenal, you went to watch it.
Like
last season, Chelsea fan TV was that for me. Yeah, because it was so entertaining. Because Chelsea has been the most successful team for the past 20 years,
and they got sport fans as well.
Yeah, so there's man in there 25, 30, 35. All they know is winning. So now they're getting slapped left, right, and center, and they're not used to this. They're in the interviews shouting. They're losing their mind. They don't know how to deal with this.
I'm hearing Poch out already. Still, I'm hearing Poch out already.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's a perfect segue to go into Chelsea as well. Look, they lost again, man. Aston Villa.
This is a bit tongue in cheek, but they're on relegation form. Got like 38 points or 39 points from the last 38 games or something stupid like that.
Well, Chelsea right now, it's not looking good for them. And what you said about expectations and Preach is right, man. In regards to just knowing where your team is at and accepting it and not just living in the past as well. You have to adapt. Cycles is real. United, listen, I was supporting United through 99 trebles and everything. Alex Ferguson, all of that, you know what I mean? And even back then, I would say I kicked ball to probably a semi-pro level, but I feel like I didn't really see the technical side of football, you know, the systems and all of that. You feel me? I think back in the day, it wasn't like that. From what I remember, we just used to kick ball and be smart with our passes and just sinking with the like, you know, it's very, very, very emphasized in this era.
There was still technicality back in the day.
100%. 100%. No, technicality was there, but I'm talking about in terms of systems. Like it's more kind of analyzed now. Like, yes, we played that from the back in the day, and we there was high press and all of that, but it wasn't called that. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? It was just, you just do it. It was just done.
That's just what the players did. You just bought the players that do that. It's not as drilled or maybe I don't know if we've matured as fans and we're a bit more understanding, but man didn't really know or care for tactics. I just know Wenger bought players that complemented each other and let them go out and do their thing.
I think the most thing Chinks was through ball. Yeah, that's just a through ball. Like, that's the most thing I can think of.
Only
a
Bolton
lob
has
cross or
tactics.
something.
Sam Allardyce had tactics. Get tall man,
yeah,
do it in the box, get it in the mix. Like, you know,
bro.
that was the only tactics I really knew. Everyone else just had good players and played amazing
Good
football.
players. That's it.
You
Literally,
just
bro.
want the right player for the right position, and it just works. But now it's just like, right, there's mad systems, and then the fullback is a midfielder when you're in possession, and and then this guy presses
different
this guy.
Formations.
Like it's
Rest defense, all of this stuff.
One player's being told to do something that I'm not used to seeing him do, but this is what the manager wants from him.
Like,
I don't get
it's
it.
crazy,
I don't know where it popped up from.
It's mad because things are advancing. It's like Chelsea right now, they're just going through that phase, but it's no pun intended, but it's like I feel like it's very. I think they're the right fan base to go for it right now because they're too slow.
1,000%.
I swear down.
I couldn't have said it any better than that.
Chelsea, because they now they want Poch out. Who are you going for if Poch goes? I just don't get it.
There's no one out there, bro. Close the door. No one's not coming round. There's no one out there, bro.
It's kind of similar to United fans that are saying Ten Hag out. Like, I get the frustration, but who are we going for? Like, are you forgetting that he's done his thing to a decent? For me, he's got credit in the bank. You feel me? Like, let me give him time. You feel me? But who do you go for?
And you know what? Both Poch out and Ten Hag out is not needed at the moment, and it's not the right thing. But even you lot, you have more decisions to blame him for. That if you don't agree with them, you can say that.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Pochettino, in my eyes, ain't done nothing wrong. He just turned up. He just come to the dance. He just turned up
working it out.
And bottles are flying at him. He just stepped in the rave, bro. Like,
literally. He's just trying to figure it out, bro. They're not even letting him sit down and open his notes, bro. They're moving mad, bro. Hey, bro. Nah, Chelsea. Listen, bro. It's crazy right now, but
he didn't even open his memo pad. The man are telling him
nothing.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
It's so spoiled.
Obviously, like I'm seeing things about him playing Chilwell as a left
I see that.
on the wing and all that. Little things like that, but bro, just let him work it out, man. You feel me, man? But Chelsea, what a time to be a Chelsea. What a time to be a United fan, but what a time to be a Chelsea fan. Like I said, they're the best people to get a bit of a humbling, and let's see what you guys do now. Are you guys gonna ride it out? Like Todd Bowley as well. He's very, very rash as well. So he's perfect, so man.
Rash. He's perfect.
Bro, he's too involved. He is too involved.
Way too involved, bro. It's like they've taken everything they've done historically that's kind of gave them a bit of success and just turned the volume up on it on 1,000. Like turned the speed up, and it's all coming to a big bang crash wallop. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
I see on a I'm sure it was Football Terrace. I see I can't remember his name. He's a Liverpool fan. Yeah, he said for football's benefit, Chelsea need to fail.
Yeah.
Like, and it makes
to show people that it's not always that straightforward.
It's not that straightforward. It's not that straightforward.
That's what I meant earlier about the money thing. Newcastle missing out. Like that time's over. Like Chelsea had it at first. Man City's only got it because they've got someone like Pep. Like they've got the money and the great manager together. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the
I don't feel Newcastle's going to get that same joy that Chelsea had and that City's going to have now.
I will say in Newcastle's defense though, they're not doing it that way though. They're more spread out. If I have to, but do you know what I mean? They're not just go by everybody and throw them together. They're being a bit more balanced with their method. In a way,
a bit more
like one or two big players every season. We're not just gonna buy 5 or 6.
They're a bit more relaxed and reserved about it. They're calculated. They're not rushing into it.
First.
No,
and they're doing it in stages. So they're buying players for the stages where they're at, and then as they go up more, they'll get better players. It's not just rushing, giving everyone 8-year contracts. 300, 100 grand more than other teams are offering the players just to get they're doing it way more sensibly than how Chelsea have done it.
And do you know the problem I have with that, Chinks, is that everyone's talking about oh yeah, it's calm, it's not gonna go wrong and all that stuff. But bro, 8-year contracts, you might end up being what Man United are going through right now. Maybe the difference is they're not giving them high wages, but still being stuck with players. I can just see that happening over time. Maybe after 5 years, all these players don't do well. Can you move them on the same? Because everyone's saying, oh, we'll just move them on. It's not like United where we give them super high wages. It will be, but I just think it could end up being a big mess, you know.
If the player's happy with the wages, they're staying in it. So
they're staying. Look at Enzo. I mean, not Enzo. Look at Caicedo. He's happy, bro. He's like
for 8
his
years.
life's changed.
It's
bro.
I've completed football. Game done.
8 years of guaranteed money. Come on.
Yeah, and then man, they're thinking about back home, so building schools and that. So
you know what I'm saying? Man's gonna build a village off you lot's back.
For 8 years, it's like I know I got peace coming in for 8 years. Bro.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and you see how man's saying good. Like you're saying the fans are saying that, or people are saying, "Oh, it's all right. It's not such a big deal." Like the man who don't know his wife's cheating or who's in a bad relationship is saying it's all right. Like, do you know what I mean? You're just telling yourself what you need to tell yourself to feel better about it. But we can all see it. It could go terribly wrong. It could really go terribly wrong. Like
100%.
And you see when people are saying the wages thing as well with Man U, like you don't like it's not on the same level. Being at Man U is a different level.
Different weight of shirt, man.
I couldn't even pay you what you're like. Say if you move to Man U, unless you're like a youth team player, I can't really pay you less than 100 bags a week. That's just not what we do at Man U.
You
know what I mean? We're the biggest club. We have the biggest sponsors. We get the biggest sponsorship deals. We have the biggest stadium. We have the most fans. Like it just doesn't compute. You're gonna get more money here, irregardless of like. So it don't. That doesn't count for it. Like that. That don't.
No facts,
at all, bro.
Facts, bro.
At all, bro. Like if what's I think Ivan Toney, I don't know if he gets like 60 bags or whatever a week or whatever. If he comes after, he's probably getting at least double that. Like,
double, facts.
He don't even before he even kicks the ball. Like it that don't make sense.
It's true. It's true. Beautiful Smile says the only experience in the Chelsea team is Sterling, Chilwell, and Thiago. That's the first big problem for them. I hear you, man. Listen, cool. What we're going to do, we're going to quickly close up on Man United quickly. We don't really need to talk about City. You know, we know City are City right now. You feel me? City are City. You feel me? So, but I just want to see, I want to hear you guys' opinions on Man United, man. Me as a United fan right now, there's a lot of shit happening, man. There's a lot of shit happening, bro. And for me, obviously, Burnley scraped the 1-0 win. I was just happy to get the 3 points. I see a lot of criticism with against Ten Hag, and for me, I was defending him this time. He said it's about the 3 points, and he got the 3 points. You feel me? Regardless of who should have played and all of that stuff, I didn't really get into the technicalities. And a bit like what you guys were talking about earlier, like I've just accepted where we are as a club. You know, like we've still got the ownership stuff happening from last season. You know, I'm grateful of what Ten Hag has achieved based on everything that's been happening at the club.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
You get me? I'm
He's got
cool,
a trophy.
Bro.
You've got a trophy.
Got a trophy.
You know
Mickey Mouse trophy, whatever you call it. It's a trophy.
But we won nothing last season, bro. Like, I'm still grateful for the FA Cup and the shield that Arteta gave me. Because I remember before that we weren't winning nothing, and then people want me to slag him off now. Nah, he's good for 5 years with me. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, and that's the same thing I see with Ten Hag. Like, you know, like we can look at all the records that have been broken negatively. Like, you know, we ain't had such a big defeat since this day, or you know, this is the first time that 3 times in a row we've conceded this amount of goals. But then I can also look in the flip side. I can look at the fact that Ten Hag has broken the manager record for Manchester United. He's one of them after Sir Alex. He's the most. I think he's the manager to get the most points or something in his first season. All of that stuff, and him bringing back our home record, which was in the mud since 5 years ago. So there's a lot of positives I can look at. So as a United fan, I'm just content and I give it time. Don't get it twisted. If December comes and there's not a lot of changes happening and we're not seeing progress, then I might have to start criticizing the manager a bit more, and I might be more contempt on kind of considering his place at the club. But at the same time, it's a long game, you know, so all looking for. Everyone's like, oh, but you guys played Burnley, and listen. We're not in the position right now to expect a style of play right now. We just need to work on our form, in my opinion. Build the form a bit, and then once the form gets to a good stage and the mentality comes back with the players, then we can start working. I feel like we've just gone back a bit. You feel me? We've made changes to the squads. People say that we shouldn't have gone for a goalkeeper, and we should have prioritized a striker and stuff, which I understand. But Ten Hag's kind of, that's what I'm saying. Like, except for Kane, who else are we going for? Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And I don't, and it's not a guarantee that Kane would have went to you guys. Do you know what I mean? Hindsight, people always have a hindsight to argue with, like after the fact, bro. Like, I understand why you bought a keeper, because it's not about players no more. Anyone doing well, it's about a system. They have to fit into a system. That's why Tottenham are doing better after Kane, because they're more system based than player based. So this keeper is important to your system. And you even saw it when you played us. You had good control of the ball at the back. When you have the ball, you don't concede unless you make a mistake. And then once the team more buy into the ideology, then you can build from there. It's just like you're one or two steps behind what I've just seen Arteta do, basically. So I understand the process and it makes sense. None of this coming on the TV shouting we're Man United and we're better than this. No, you're as good as the 11 on the pitch, bro.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as
100%.
that. You're being ungrateful. And what Ten Hag's doing, I ain't seen him really do nothing that don't make sense yet. Maybe in the moment I did it, but after I see it play out, because I rate Ten Hag personally. I don't think he's rubbish. Because as you said, for Tottenham, if you sack him, where are you going after this? Like, do you get what I'm saying? I think the only bad thing is, because I remember it being an Arsenal fan, I don't have it, like having hate for a team or wanting them to do bad is like a step above feeling sorry for them. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I know what you guys have been through at the moment. I'm just like, fuck, I remember being there and having to go through that.
The Cronky's out in that,
and the Özil, and then the newspapers finding out this and that, and I'm like, fuck, I had to go through all of that, and I remember that weren't nice. Like, no, you know when you don't wish that on your worst enemy, like I don't want to see I go through that. I went through that, and that was painful. But for some reason, I don't have that with Chelsea. I'm enjoying seeing them suffer. I don't know why.
They're too spoilt, man. They're spoilt brats, bro.
No, I'm happy with Man United losing, bro.
Yeah, of course you are.
My opinion on United's form is just United are dead. United are going to end up another Chelsea, bro.
Nah,
bro.
They can't even like beat. They beat Burnley, but they can't even perform great against fucking Burnley, bro. And to be fair, winning like 5-0 against Burnley ain't that difficult, bro. It's Burnley, innit? But
there's a lot of mitigating circumstances, man.
No, United still got everything else in place. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get it right on the pitch, it's like you are back.
That's
kind
it.
of thing. You know what I'm saying? Work on the seats of the stadium
and the injuries as well. Once some injuries come back, we might start to see a bit of a spine and a bit of consistency. So yeah, I agree with you guys, man.
You say about Rashford, because he's gone
saying about what
Rashford.
Hey, listen,
in the world, he was Mbappe last season, and now
me, you know what? He's done a lot for us last season, so I'm not gonna just throw him under the bus. You feel me? When we needed him, he scored, bro. So if he's not tracking back and he's not doing certain things, I can criticize him, respectfully, but I'm not going to just throw him under the bus, fam. He's one of our best players, bro. Yes, we can have a better player, and sometimes he's a bit selfish and whatever. But look we can't forget last season, bro. We can't forget. He carried us, bro. If he didn't score, we lose. You get me? So, yeah, for me, I'm not too reactionary. I got faith in Rashford. I'm just hoping we start clicking into gear. In regards to what you guys said in terms of a style of play and stuff, that's what I'm saying. Like, last season, everyone complained that Ten Hag has no style. He said this, he said that. Where is it? Now he's trying to force his style. Now he's trying to stick to it. Now we're still complaining that, he needs to adapt. Like, which one do we want? Do we want him to be an adaptive person, or do we want him to force his style? So him bringing in Onana. The Arsenal thing, isn't it?
Last season, we was it not last season? You look kind of
the season before.
You play counter-attacking football.
Yeah,
And
after
when
we lost to Brentford and Bradford, we switched up. Yeah.
Yep, and it's exactly what Arteta done when he came. He had three at the back, and then he had to solidify. And then I'm just doing what I can with the players I have at my disposal.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. So now, as you said, he's trying to implement a style. And when you have your starting 11, when you have, was it Højlund up front, Rashford on one side, obviously the Anthony stuff and Greenwood and all that, because Greenwood is important. I think he's a baller. He's
baller.
heavily missed by you guys.
Yeah.
Your starting 11, it makes sense. Do you get Amrabat, Casemiro, what's it, Martinez, Varane, Onana? Like, that's a good spine. You got Fernandez behind Højlund, Rashford on the left. That will give anyone a run for their money on their day.
Yeah. Garnacho's a sub as well. We've got subs as well. We've got players coming back as well. People like even Amad Diallo that did well at Southampton or Sunderland or whatever. And then we've got what's his name as well, that's looking promising. Kobe Mainoo's looking a little bit promising as well. So I just want to see all our players back, and then I can start to criticize a bit more realistically. Like, okay, you've got all your players, let's see what's good. And then even still then, Højlund is still a bit raw as well. So we still have to have patience with him as well. So yeah, for me, that's everything you guys said is spot on for me, man. It's not an easy time, but I'm not hiding. I'm here, man. I'm outside. You feel me? So I'm just.
Are you just gonna kick a man when he's down like that?
You have to still. I can't. Last year I laughed at Liverpool, so fam, I'm ready to get me firm a bit of revenge. You feel me? So yeah, Liverpool in the mud last year, and then you guys still even creeped up towards the end of the season. So you feel me? We had a little scary moment when you was getting to your form. I was like, then we just about got out of the bag. Yeah, so it was all good, man. But
bro.
Go on.
So Liverpool, I don't know, with Darwin Nunez, you're not sure. I don't know if I can use this word, but I feel like Nunez is the most bipolar player. He can be R9, then he can be poor, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You don't
know.
Poor, not poor, but like
not poor, but he lets you down a little bit sometimes. Yeah.
He still contributes. If you don't score, he still contributes with his runs.
Yeah.
It's a small sample size, but he's played 6, scored 3, and assisted 1 this season.
Yeah. four GA. So you can't complain on that. Yeah, man.
If he continues 100%. That form, that's good.
Yeah,
that's very good.
Facts,
to be honest,
it's not. I don't think Nunez is a bad player.
And you know what? People have what they like, and it's like what you're saying about separating the emotion from it, right? All that. People have what they like in particular positions, and when you don't look like that, they don't like you. So their whole agenda and narrative is they just emphasize everything you do wrong and minimize everything you do right. So he's not the prettiest, he don't look the most silkiest, the most flair. He don't look like he's gonna rainbow flip, then bicycle flip, take 4 man on, and he's not gonna, because he doesn't do that. People are just gonna get on his back and moan.
Remember the first mistake was rivaling up with Haaland when they first came, fam. Like, who's gonna score?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's in hindsight, but you lost that. That was a losing battle.
And do you know? And that, as a Man United fan, it's the same thing for Bruno. I know what Bruno can do and what he can't do. So when we keep talking about his all-round game, it's irrelevant to me because I know he's just an assist machine. That's all he's there for. He's not there to be like what Odegaard or what De Bruyne do. He's not that. Yes, he plays the same position, but he's not the same, player. Like,
like them guys.
Bruno Fernandes is an elite player. He can do everything: score, assist, playmaker, and that. He just needs to get out of United, man.
I just think he just needs the midfield. He just needs a good midfield around him to complement his flaws. You feel me? Because he's been asked to do things that when he came in from Sporting, the things he's been asked to do he weren't doing before. And I understand he's the captain now, and you want him to develop certain things in his game, which he can do better, like ghosting in big games and whatever. But generally, what he does when he does certain passes, I can't name more than 5 players in the world that can do certain passes he's doing. And that's what I value in him. The world-class passes. I wouldn't call him a world-class player, but he has world-class attributes sometimes. You feel me? In my opinion, he's not a world-class player, innit? He's not consistent enough. But he does certain things that not a lot of number 10s are doing, and that's what I value. And I know that's what Ten Hag wants him for. Just, you know what? So even just to finish what I was saying, we just need to build a system and see if we click into gear. And that's what I'm hoping at United. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. But listen, we're going to close out though. We had consistently about 5 to 7 people, which is not too bad. So I'll take it. You feel me? Yesterday the thing was flying. Yesterday was on 80 people. So you feel me? It's like hopefully we keep it consistent. I got a raid from Flawless's channel. So a lot of people came over there as well. Okay, and I know a lot of other shows are live as well. So it's fine, man. I'm going to try and just be consistent. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Man. So listen, Chinks.
For the day.
I say it again.
Gonna line up match of the day right now still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The timing. Yeah. Quickly, you said RSV says question for Arsenal from an unbiased perspective. Can you see a familiar situation with Oba and also with that of Rashford and Bruno, players who possess ego and don't want to work for the team's best interests? I wouldn't say that for Bruno really, but maybe Rashford to a degree. But
he's hit the nail on the head though. That's the perfect analogy. Those are the perfect parallels.
Big up my guy as well. My guy.
Yo, what's going on, boys?
What's that?
What's going on? My fault for the late arrival, my brother. It's getting a little jacket because it's a little cold.
Nah, you're good, man. You're good, man. We might have to spend a quick 5-10 minutes more then. But yeah, Chinks, big up my guy Oz. No, you're good, bro. But yeah, Chinks, finish what you were saying quickly.
No, not really much. I think it's identical. It's literally identical. All the stuff with Arteta and the newspapers and Özil and Oba and these guys. I don't know if it's the agents feeding information to journalists, so there's discontent in the dressing room, and it's the exact. I'm literally seeing what I've gone through. I'm seeing Arteta had to get rid of all the bad eggs and then build his own thing. That's what Ten Hag's having to go through at the moment, but he's still in the middle of it. It's just before all the silly fans don't start shouting Ten Hag out, and then the Glazers get trigger happy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I became at perfect timing then.
Go on, talk it, man.
Yo, first of all, big up everybody in here. Big up the boys on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chinks, big up, big preach, and the Magpies. They had a good day, so we're gonna let him slide. They had a really good day. Shout out them boys over there. They caught. You see the goal differential right now. They up the thing, bro. It's like being the negatives. They plus something.
Everyone's all flying in now. Still, what's going on, Ari? Mr.
Arsenal, boys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Calm. Yeah, good. What are you talking on? What are we on?
Olski was just talking right now, but I'll just introduce you. Big up Ari, supports Arsenal, obviously. All supports United. Yeah. And obviously for you guys, preachers Liverpool, you can see the trophies in the background. You feel me? Obviously they pass certain man. It's like, you feel me? Like Liverpool.
I'm gonna get the 20 and line them up here. So I'll get the 20.
But what was you saying anyway, Oz? What was you saying anyway before Ari came?
I remember because I'm guessing Chinks was talking about basically how I'm guessing Arteta changed up. You know what I'm saying? The whole revolution that went on over there from the people that were there, the Lacazettes, the Aubameyangs, all the dead wood that was there, and how he cleaned up the club and put his players in place and put the style in place, and that's what Ten Hag should follow. I personally think Ten Hag is getting the backing that he's going to get from the Glazers, regardless, or whoever's in charge of the club. Obviously, we've seen the Ronaldo, the Maguires, the Sanchos going on, but we also seen last season how after Ronaldo left, Ten Hag really backed up his shit talking on the field with the run of games, the run of form that we got. So personally, it's just I'm always gonna stick to, and that's anything, bro. If that's sports, if that's work, if that's anything we do, if you're not living up to potential, and if you're not putting the numbers on the board, and if you getting paid to do a job and you're not doing your job, you got to sit out, my brother, because somebody else is gonna come do it, and that's life in general. So, and that's my thing on Jaden. As much as United fans, because you're going to have the United fans that fill him out so much, right? But then you're also going to have the United fans that got to keep it a buck. Ever since he signed to the club, granted, we went through a bunch of bullshit, right? But what has Mans really done for us, bro? Nothing.
He's had chances as well.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not like he came in and it's not like Ronaldo. I get it. Homie had a highest scoring season for us, whatever, yada, yada. Okay, and it's Ronaldo. You know what I mean? It's Ronaldo. It's not, but it's about respecting your teammates. You can't then, because then anybody's gonna come in and walk over you. And we seen that at Arsenal with Aubameyang. Seen that. top goal
Yeah,
scorer,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He was not living. Cool. You're not gonna come in and do what you please, and then everybody else is gonna follow suit.
100%.
I think.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry. I was going to say, to add to your point, definitely discipline needs to be established at Man United. That's a issue. I mean, at first everyone questioned it with Arteta, Arsenal. He came in, obviously, told the players, obviously, that Ozil, Guendouzi was one of them. You know, said, listen, you're not willing to behave yourselves, you're out the door. We saw what happened with them. Aubameyang as well. Yeah, and then I think that's what's going on at Man United. Ten Hag is right to do what he's doing. I mean, no player is bigger than the club at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
I know it's going to cause short-term upset where maybe some decisions, but no player is bigger than the club at the end of the day. Like we even saw it with Robin van Persie at Arsenal 10 years back.
But
Painful times still.
It's one of those who's like, if you're gonna tell me fuck you, no, it's fuck you too, my brother. You know, I'm talking for the man. That's how it's. That's we all have some type of street knowledge and how it works. If you're gonna tell me fuck you live. And it's not like he said anything wrong. He said, yo, he wasn't living up to performances. He didn't say like the dude was shit. He said, yeah, this week, you know what I mean? It was an off week. He wasn't top notch.
Don't you think that's the mistake, though?
What, that he called them out?
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I
know about player power this day and age.
Yeah, I get it, but maybe it was from, Mourinho used to do that shit all the time. Pep doing it.
Like Jose's
Mourinho's one of the best to me.
Jose's looking for a payout as well, though. You know what I'm saying? He's my time to get out. Let me get some money out of this. But it's like, look at Alex Ferguson. Yeah, I know it's different, but you wouldn't have heard. Like I only heard about how he got rid of
King.
I only heard about that the other day. How he got rid of him because he spoke out. And he came back to the squad and said he's never playing again, and that was it.
And that's the club captain. That's fucking Roy Keane, bro. It ain't no Jadon Sancho on 2 goals and 1 assist in 2 fucking seasons.
But Roy Keane done it to Beckham as well. Beckham was one of them as well.
Beckham,
Varane.
Yeah, there's a Stam.
Who else? The other brother, Jap Stam.
Yeah, Stam.
Yeah.
Well, he regretted the Japsam one. I remember he came out and he said,
he said that's the only one in it. Yep.
He said that's the biggest.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are hitting the nail in the head, bro. Yeah, go on, preach.
I was gonna say, when you look back, did he really regret it? Like, what did he actually? Unless he's gonna do the treble every season, he still won things. He's still a threat. So did he really?
United would have probably done way better if they kept Jaap Stam on, because he was elite at Lazio and Milan. Bro, Stam's one of the greatest.
No, of course. That's why he said that was his biggest regret. But Jaap Stam, look how we talk about these plays that we just named. Roy Keane, Jaap Stam, Varane. Bro, Jadon Sancho. The problem is with United fans, they still stuck on comps on YouTube when he was at Dortmund.
100%.
100%. Bro. We never saw that. I never seen 2-3 players getting cut up. A little Meg here, but give me a nice through ball with a nice little 30-yard pass. I haven't seen that.
He's not being played the same though, as well.
Bro, we like the left, right? I don't know if y'all seen anybody here read the Oli article. Right? I don't know if you read the Oli article.
Oh yeah, just his NDA's over, innit?
Yeah, he came in. He said, "Yo."
Who, Oli?
Yeah, when he came, said,
yeah.
Like
and the athletic, yeah.
Yeah, he said he liked the left. Okay, but who's performing now on the left? Him or Rashford? He had his opportunities to play the left. He ain't do nothing on the left. He played the right. He played the 10. The false 9 was the best he looked at. Bro, I got a Sancho jersey hanging up in my room. I'm not gonna sit in and like try to diminish them.
Can I ask something from the Man United fans? Do you not think Ronaldo blocked Sancho's development?
I don't think so. Man. I don't think so because if anything, Ronaldo would have been perfect for Sancho, because when we seen the best person,
Sancho, he's got a striker.
When Haaland was at the 9.
Yeah.
You had a proper striker to feed the ball that's gonna glorify you,
and they can bounce off each other. Yeah.
That would have been perfect. Right now, it would have been a perfect opportunity. Hoyland is in the mix. You play the right. Anthony's out. Do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. But if Ronaldo's there, I don't know this story about Ronaldo being at the club and then players feeling this type of way because they got to live up to his standards. Ain't that as a human and as a worker, whatever you isn't you trying to live up to those standards though, or you just trying to be just an average Joe Yeah, I played for United. I had a little stunt at Wigan. Yeah. Arsenal was interested. You know what I mean? If that's your type of personality, then that's on you. But
yeah,
you know, look at the Arsenal mentality right now. That's what I think Arteta's doing properly right now. He's drawing that mentality into these men. Y'all gotta be on that level. You know what I mean? Like it's really the level down the level.
No, 100%. And even to touch on that quickly, like I understand why he might feel away, but for me, I feel like a lot of what Ten Hag says gets blown out of proportion. Yes, he's from the Dutch league and he has to adapt to the English press. Fair enough, but his delivery of words is very different. Even when he said the era's come to an end, I don't think he meant it like, cool, when I come here, watch Pep and Klopp are done. I think he meant that, bro, nothing lasts forever. I'm gonna come and do my thing, and you feel me. Same with the Davies comment. How many times do we say Trent's good going forward, but he's not really a good defender, or Zinchenko's good going forward, but he's not really a good defender, or Wan-Bissaka's a good defender, but he's not good going forward? I think that's the analogy that Ten Hag meant. You know what? Davies is not really that good of a defender like that. I think Palestri's got a chance to do his thing. You feel me?
And then you got Twitter. Yeah, everybody blowing
it out of proportion. You feel me? I get it though. We're in that era, but in my opinion, I think you got feedback, Ari, still. Yeah. But so that's my opinion with that. And no player's bigger than the club, man. From when my man said what he said, just go on the train. If Sancho didn't say nothing for 2 hours, how many hours was it till we heard the Anthony suspension? He would have been slotted into the right side perfectly, bruv. You feel me? So I feel like hindsight is a mad thing.
And look at it right now. You saw Arnie. I apologize by the way for interrupting you. Go ahead, my brother.
That's cool. No, I was gonna say, what was when did that? No, I was gonna ask Rhino what he said. He had the Anthony thing that happened. What you're saying, that if he hadn't put that tweet out, he'd be in the team right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to work out time.
I know about that. I don't know, because at the end of the day, clearly he still didn't take him serious.
Things are happening.
No, he didn't take him serious for his performances. So what if he still performed the same shitty way that he was performing the week prior? Would he still try to? Now he contradicted himself. So I hope that wouldn't have been the case. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah. Big up. Why not Spursy? Love Arsenal, hate Crunky. Ten Hag wasn't in a position to call out any player. He hasn't got their squad 4-4-2 diamond. Big up Ryan on the panel. Big up. United had some mentality last season, not to win big, but hard to break down, win a cup. Now that's gone. And he says here, now that's gone. Yeah, there's a lot happening, man.
I think it's too early to say now that's gone, because last season like shit, and then the shit turned around. So
that's what I'm saying. We need to give all our clubs 10.
Big preach, my bad.
Liverpool.
The bus like that, but y'all the perfect example. Y'all had a shitty season last year, and y'all was this close from taking that top 4 spot from us in Newcastle. So it's not how you, bro. It's like that saying. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah. And Ten Hag has said this as well. He said it's not about the short-term wins, it's about the long-term war. That's what he says, some sort of phrase. And you know me, when I'm watching managers' interviews, like I read between the lines with certain things they're saying. And you know what I'm saying? Chinks, is like what you said about Arteta. You need to try and look at how he's playing and what he's planning. We don't agree with Mount signing, but let's see what Ten Hag thinks. He's the coach, bro. He's got a plan. And I've been hearing a lot of Mount being the facilitator and whatever. So I can see him being the facilitator in the squad, but it's just about getting all the parts moving, and then we'll see. If he's a flop, he's a flop. But for now, same as Havertz. Get me? Arteta's got a plan, bro. He's got a plan. He could be wrong, but he's got a plan. That's the thing.
And if what's his name? If Mount's a 10 and Fernandes is a 10, do you not see the completely different contrasts? Do you get what I'm saying? So if one thing's not working, you go to the other. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Exactly what Fernandes don't do, Mount does. So it's different players for different game states. Man.
Yeah. Jorginho CFC rejects. Great plan.
Would you say Mount and Fernandes don't play well together? Because I watched the Football Iconic video, and apparently Mount and Fernandes, and that Bruno Fernandes, are both eights. So that's why they can't play together.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. I get what you mean, but I can see a system where Mount will play as more. Do you know what it is? Mount will play as the 8 and Bruno will be the 10, and maybe they're meant to switch roles whenever. But my thing is, number one, they haven't gelled, and two, that like Ten Hag said, they're not following certain principles. So Mount's meant to be tracking back. When Casemiro's up the field, someone needs to go and cover the space that Casemiro's left. There's a lack of discipline, and certain players are reverting to type. You feel me? So it's going to take a while, but I'll wait and see. I'll be here. I'll criticize when I have to, but I'm not going to go over the top. You feel me? But Ari, I just wanted to quickly, since you weren't here, obviously I'm going to wrap up probably in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta go now. Yeah, I gotta go now as well.
But I just wanted to get your quick say on the Tottenham game quickly. Just a quick little summary. Like
today, we weren't good. Literally, I mean, we came out the first half, the goal, we just gave it away. I mean, I don't get certain things. I mean, there's substitutions today. He brings off Gabriel Jesus. I mean, Rice was injured. I mean, I haven't seen any of the highlights yet because obviously as soon as I got home, I just came on quickly because I missed all you guys and all that. I just wanted to give my input, but we weren't good. We should have finished chances that we should have finished. We should not have given them back in the game. Jorginho, I don't know what that was very un-Jorginho like that game that ball he gave away today. And yeah, more or less, I just don't think. I don't know why people are saying that we were lucky to not lose that game. I think Spurs were nowhere near deserved to win that game.
Oh, is it?
I don't think they deserve to win it. Yeah.
You know what it is, and I don't want to be that dude. I just feel like they came to y'all ground and they rattled y'all in y'all ground.
But we weren't at the races. That's what I'm gonna say. We weren't at the races. I mean, them 2 goals we gave them were gifts. Them 2 goals we gave them were gifts. They should have cleared the first one. Second of all, that should never happen. Not with Jorginho standards, to be giving the ball away like that. And I don't get the way. I mean, Eddie, don't get me wrong. I like Eddie Nketiah, but he just still isn't the one for me. I mean, we need another striker. I think for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go on, bro. What are you gonna say?
No, I think it's vice versa because they also the 2 goals that Arsenal scored weren't like, you know what I mean? It was like a deflection, and then the other one was. I felt like I agree with you because I was expecting more than Nketiah up top. Like so I thought that.
I don't get his changes. I don't get the starts. I don't know why Smith Rowe's not always on the bench. Why is he not giving Emil Smith Rowe a chance? I love that way. He's Arsenal through and through. This was the ideal game for him today. You know what I'm saying? And he just like I said, I know Trossard and Martinelli are injured. I was really hoping that this would give Smith Rowe his chance. Ever since he's been injured, he's just been benching him the whole time. I'm telling you, if this guy don't get his chance this year, he's gonna go. And we were thinking of giving him to Chelsea. You know how much of an insult that would be to give Smith Rowe, Arsenal through and through by to Chelsea.
Yeah, but Smith Rowe can't press like Nketiah, Jesus, and Saka. He has nowhere near as much intensity in his press.
No, but still he can play. Come on, man. Like 2 years ago, him and Saka were carrying us.
That was 2 years ago, bro. He had too much Nando's, man.
Yeah, I know, but still, I don't know why he's not been given his chance now.
He should get a chance, but I would have flung on Reece before.
I don't know about his press. Obviously, we haven't seen him press. Obviously, he's been injured for that last over a year. He's been out of the squad for the last year, so we don't know about his press. But so he's a bad boy baller.
No, I can't. I don't disagree with you. He's still trying to get it together. He still ain't. That's one of his weaknesses. I will say, some players he does kind of that's what's the word, like shadow them out a bit.
We need to big up Ange Ball as well, especially with
1,000%. We're not talking about that. To be honest,
you know what I mean.
Very well.
We got to big up his ball, especially to come to Arsenal, and it's not like coming to this is the old school Arsenal. We're talking about coming to an Arsenal team that's actually has way more identity than the past Arsenal teams we've seen in the past couple seasons, and to really bring out a great partnership from Papa Matar Sarr and Keith Bissouma. I love that partnership, bro. Being an African myself, I love seeing that.
Romero should have been sent off as well. From what I like, Romero should have been sent off.
So was in Canada with that slide tackle he did on the keeper.
What slide tackle? Oh,
come on, studs up, flying in.
I haven't seen it. My man, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really comment on that. Like I said, I haven't watched the highlights yet, but I'll get back to you on that one next time. I haven't seen it yet. I saw it once in real time because I was at the game, but I haven't seen it on the repeat on it on TV yet. So I'll get back to you on that one.
Shaolin Soccer, my brother. You know that movie Shaolin Soccer? Shaolin Soccer, my brother. That's a Shaolin. I'm not word soccer. I know that triggers you.
Why not Spurs? It says Arteta chose to expose Jorginho in a single pivot. What the fuck? Odegaard, Havertz, double eights. he sacrificed too much to a midweek game against Brentford, and Tottenham were cutting shapes and didn't go too defensive like
No,
Arteta.
that's not
I
correct,
don't think
man.
anything.
Partey's injured. Declan
Yeah.
Rice pulled a calf or something in the game.
Yeah, that's what I
The
heard as
only other
well.
person left is Jorginho, and then to compensate for the lack of defensive cover, he took off Vieira
Havertz.
and put on Havertz for physicality. So he done the
Yeah,
best. he
Havertz is
could have
definitely
done.
good defensive.
It's a
That's
very,
what I'm
as he said, it's a very un-Jorginho thing that happened.
Yeah. Also, Vieira was weak on the ball today. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got better this season, but he got pushed off the
bullied.
ball too easily, man. Vieira.
Got bullied.
And this is my thing. I think at the end of the day, both teams actually came and played. It's not like y'all got battered. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. It felt like a kick in the teeth at the end of the day, but that's obviously I got the game on as a fan. It felt like a kick in the teeth at the end of the day. Coming round to thinking it's celebrating a draw. That's what it means. What it meant to them at the end. It was just at a point. That's what it meant.
I think they're just celebrating because y'all was really on the shit talking game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was really out there triggering them. So I guess they celebrating the fact that. And let's be honest, no one really.
It's the only thing they got to celebrate. Let's be honest, it's the only thing they got to celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Quick question before you go, Ari. Yeah, before you go, when you guys haven't played Tottenham away yet. What's your thoughts on you going away to their ground now? Before you go.
Well, we done them last season, so who said we can't do them again this season?
Different Tottenham though. Different Tottenham now, man.
I don't know, bro. Ask me in May, bro. It's not until April, I think. So long time. There's still a lot more games to play until then, Rhino. So ask me in the future, when the season's more, when we got more into the season and we see that we get exposed more, and see how, more importantly, us how we play, how we can nurture into the season. But man, it's just man.
I want to ask you one more question before you go, Harry, because you seem like you're very straightforward and you don't your opinion is your opinion is your opinion. You don't waver. So what do you think of Havertz?
I think it's a good question. I've got faith in the guy, innit? I've got faith in the guy. I'm not gonna lie, I've got faith in him. Like what you said, I go with your point where you said about, Arteta knows what he's doing. He's just one for the future where he hasn't gelled yet. Yeah, man, he just needs to step up, man. He's a bit, again, another one weak on the ball, needs to up his game, you know what I'm saying? On the ball, he needs to have to shield the ball, maybe improve his dribble and all that. But who knows? I got confidence in him that he'll come good in the future. At the moment, hasn't quite happened to it yet, but who knows? What do you think? Obviously,
Arteta knows, to be honest, and I think we struggled with low blocks, and I think he's the perfect player that if he hits his game how he should, he'd be the perfect player to work in a low block because he's a space invader. He finds space. So if it does click, I can see where it'll be very useful.
The third man runs in that.
Yeah.
I like this triangle he's playing with Rice here at the back of the CDM and Odegaard and Havertz, as a 2 CAM. So I like that system he's playing. I just hope, I've got confidence in Havertz. I think he can come good, but ultimately, we'll see. I mean, people say he's another Chelsea reject, but look where Chelsea are now. For them to be another reject.
I said that. Not gonna lie, man. Havertz isn't doing too great at the moment. I think he's gonna flop.
Oh, is it? As a United fan, I hope he flops in it. So you feel me? But you get me. Just
Mason Mount. He's gonna come good, Rhino. He'll come good.
Right, with the same hope as well, man. The same hope.
Don't jinx us, bro. Don't jinx us, bro. But
but do you know what it is though? Honestly, I just hope both players come good. Pause. You feel me? Because at the same time, I just feel like it'll be interesting to see. When the fan base gets proven wrong. I love
it, man. I love it. I had it last season. What's he doing? Zinchenko can't defend. Play Turney. Now look. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
man.
You think you know best.
And Ketia and Romero could have seen red. Let's not talk about the refs. Do the job to win the game. Havertz physical work. LOL. I watched the 90 minutes in the pub. Havertz got bitched out across the pitch. Tottenham will win at the toilet bowl currently. If Maddison is out, possibly another draw. Tottenham raised their levels today in my eyes. And
that's true.
if buts and maybes, I deal in absolutes. Shout out Redmond. Certainly Havertz is dead food, just like Mount. Okay. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, man. Havertz had like 2 good seasons. Then he disappeared, bro.
Yeah, but
It's gonna be interesting, man.
So to argue his point, but how many bloody players have Chelsea destroyed?
Yeah. Look at
Chinks. Well,
Rhino,
look at Reguilon. Look at Reguilon, bro. He's coming to United and he's moving a bit. He's looking like a different guy, bro.
My thing is, when people come at United for the Mason Mount signing, well, he's been shit. Bro, name me a Chelsea player last season that was fucking good. Zero.
No, he was their player of the year, wasn't he? He was their player of the year last 2 seasons. Mount was.
Mason Mount won that player of the season.
Yeah, he was there.
I'm pretty sure he did. Maybe not the 2 seasons.
Not last season. 2 seasons ago. Yeah. I heard about that as well.
Yeah.
So it's
and I'm sure Havertz was Chelsea's top scorer last season.
Yeah, he was. He scored. I think he scored 30 goals in his 3 seasons there. He scored 30 goals in his 3 seasons.
Sterling weren't good last season. Sterling weren't good last season.
Arsenal hit Kroenke. You bugging out. You should love Kroenke.
Sterling is.
That's for another time. That's for another time. Kroenke debate. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that now.
Sterling's good if the team is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like gonna drag the team and do it all himself. He's only good if the team's working. He's a nice addition.
So who we talking about? Sorry, who we got? Because I got frozen out for a second. Sterling, yeah.
Sterling.
Okay.
I think, but Rashford has won games by himself for Man U, or at least got it going.
Rashford is not the type of player to like carry the team.
I hear you.
Not the type of player to assist.
Rashford's been very good last season and this season.
He's just clinical. You give him the ball and you do whatever you got to do with it, but it's not like it's not captain status, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you're looking at that Chelsea team right now, that's
I thought of one player that did decent at Chelsea, Thiago Silva.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, but he didn't do well last season, bro.
Can I just say something of Chelsea's new approach? Sorry to cut you off there before I'll bust out.
We're gonna close out soon. We're gonna close out in a minute anyway, so you're good.
Yeah. I was saying about I was reading an article about Chelsea's new owners' approach this time. Instead of like getting these big players in, like how Roman Abramovich would write out checks for them, they're now getting that players in, these younger players in under 23 on low basic wages and high performance incentives. So that's how they're paying out their wages now. They're getting these young players. They're paying them low basic wages, and high performance incentives. That's their approach because they want the players to work for their incentives. You know what I'm saying? And to give them long-term contracts to perform. And yeah.
Okay.
See if that works.
We'll see if it works, bruv.
We'll see. It's just a completely different approach to Abramovich. Yeah. You'll see more from me. You'll hear more from me on that. That's what I'm gonna say.
Because that's what Ari guys as well, people. If you don't know, he does a lot of like breakdowns of like clauses and wages and talks about certain rules of the game and stuff as well. So
shout out my boy.
Yeah, big up Ari.
Big up.
But also quick,
go on.
Last question, Oz, because we didn't talk. We spoke about earlier about Rashford. Everyone's throwing Rashford under the bus. What's your quick opinion? And we're gonna close out still.
Me?
Yeah, on Rashford.
Well, I think it's just we seen what happened last season. He wasn't hot the first couple seasons. Came back from the World Cup and it was a whole different goal. You know what I'm saying? You cannot. The first couple games, I'm not going to judge. The first month, I'm not talking about the first month, right? Once we get the team healthy, fully healthy, and then he has a job to do. His job is not to track back, defend, play midfield, do this, do that. His job is to stay up top, get us the goals, just help Hoyland, and create that front three, just like how Liverpool had the flying front three when it was Sadio Mane, when it was Firmino and Salah. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to keep that energy. So it's the same thing here. Right now, has he been performing at his best? No, but there's Arsenal who showed up. He did. The games that mattered, he's the one who shows up. You know what I'm saying? And if we look at the midfield, bro, Scott McTominay is still on the midfield, bro. Like Eriksen, I love Eriksen as a player, but like, bro, like there's nothing here, my brother. Yeah.
Why not Spurs? He's on you, man. He said Crash Bandicoot should sit down for a game. Unimportant.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot really crashed you the couple times he showed up to the Emirates in every game we played. So you cannot call him out when he shows up when you need him to show up. And bro, this is not bad. Obviously, Arsenal won, so I'm not the one to troll. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying when you need Rashford, he comes in. Has he been greedy this season? Yes. There was a couple times where he could have looked better if he could have just passed the ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think that's when I see Sterling, I see Rashford. I feel like that's another reason why Sterling was offloaded right away when it came from City, because he wasn't fitting the type of role where you're a winger. Yes, as much as you have to score, as much as you have to pass the ball. For English fans, y'all can relate in the 2018 World Cup. He ain't passed that ball. If he would have passed that ball to Kane, it would have probably been a whole different story. So that's what I'm just Rashford. As much as he's getting stick, but I think there's bigger problems on that team that should be getting stick.
Yeah, facts.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about Bruno if we want to, because I don't want a goal against Burnley that Johnny Evans is assisting you getting glorified right now. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what's happening. So let's really talk about the bigger issues than Marcus Rashford having a 7 out of 10 or a 6.5 out of 10. Because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bad on that side of town.
Beautiful Smile says if they keep doing that with the Chelsea wages, the team will all need to sign onto a job centre. Big up Ari as well. He's gone. Trash Bandicoot shouldn't defend. You couldn't say that in the Pep team. Everyone attacks and defends. Listen, I'm never going to go into this whole Pep conversation. Listen, anyway, because them man, they all follow their discipline to a T, and that's what you guys need to realize. This is even how I'm going to end it. With Man City, all their players play at 95% minimum. Like they follow their disciplines, tracking back, going forward, covering spaces. They don't lack. That's why when they have a bad game and they're playing at 90, 80%, they're still so good that they still win games, bro. That's my opinion about Man City. You feel me? Whereas someone like United, sometimes we're lucky winning games, but we're not playing at 90% all the time. Some players are playing at 50 while our next man's playing at 90. Man City, all 11 players, they don't sleep. They don't lack. You feel me? More time anyway. And that's how they've been drilled. You feel me? But yeah, people, we're going to close out. Appreciate all the comments. Chinks, where can people find you, my guy?
That's there, man. Chinks Phase, Instagram.
Chinks Phase right
Twitter,
there. Yeah.
Everywhere, man.
Listen, make sure you search him up, man. He does a few other podcasts. He's got his show as well. Yeah, he does a bit of skits as well. He does a lot of things. Listen, Chinks is out there. You feel me?
Big up, man.
And Preach as well, man. Talk to them, man. Where can they find you?
Yeah, same. At me, Big Preach 100.
Yeah.
On all the platforms. There still. You'll see more Phases sub bench as well. Still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on the subs bench as well. Still, we're in the group chat as well. So yeah, big up, man. Oski. What are you saying, man? Where can the people find you, man?
Right there, _@Oski, Twitter. Footy Fanatics FC is the YouTube. Y'all can find me there.
Oh yeah, he just come from a 2-hour show and he showed up. So listen, big up, man.
Big up, man.
And if on IG too, but my IG is mostly cooking. So if y'all like food and y'all want to see some chef shit, that's where you're gonna see me. So
say no more.
Say no more.
And obviously Magpies, he's incognito, man. He's
I see that.
If you catch him, you feel me?
I see that. You know what I'm saying?
But big up Magpies as well, and big up Ari as well. That was here as well.
Sometimes I let you lot talk because sometimes I've got nothing to add.
Yeah, no worries, my bro, man. No worries, my guy.
Yeah, man. When we're talking about trophies and stuff, innit? You know.
The man behind the mask. The man behind the mask.
I need a soundboard. I would have played a mad effect. I swear down, but. But yeah, it gets like that, man. But yeah, love you guys, man. Listen, guys, if you're still in the chat as well, like the video.
I think I talked more than usual, though.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot,
yeah, big up Magpies, man.
Yeah, sometimes I don't have anything to say, and sometimes I get lost.
You're good, man. You're good, my bro. Don't worry about it, man.
I don't want to be rude and ask what were you lot talking about, because that just sounds
it's about slang. It's more probably the slang talk you mean.
Yeah.
The slang and the conversation gets to a certain level. You feel me?
It's so fun though to come sit here with a bunch of men from like the other side of the pond, and it's just like I sound crazy, and it's a bunch of it's pretty different though.
Yeah, it's different. It's a good vibe, man. It's good to hear your perspective from overseas as well. It's nice, man. I like it. You feel me? Even my other show as well. My co-host, she's American as well, so I'm just used to it. And obviously, I play RP, so I'm down with the Americans. You feel me?
That's one thing about the American accent. I can watch an American show on TV, and I'm English, and then I'm so used to the American accents that I hear an English accent. I think, what the fuck's that doing in there?
Yeah.
You know, my own accent sounds more weird than the American accent because they've dominated the world so much that I'm just used to it.
It's mad, bro.
Yeah. Y'all dominate. Me, that's what I was telling Rhino. But that could be chatted up after. So we could close up.
We dominated what?
Nah, y'all dominating the scene right now.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, Jamie and Duchesne out here right now. So
yeah, Top Boy. Yeah, that's all you guys Americans talk about. Top Boy. You watch that? Yeah,
it's music as well. It's music as well. The music scene.
Yeah.
How surprised you was when the artist I knew out in the UK. So it's really that sound is slowly starting to trend. Obviously, with the growth of especially Central C. Ever since Central C, everybody started doing their research on everything else. So the growth of that side and ball over here is going crazy, bro. So
that's what I want to talk about next. I'm going to get you on and Chinks as well, and probably Preach if you're interested. Talk about the music scene and how it's traveled and changed as well. Because I want to do a lot more music podcasts as well. True, so I'm in the music industry as well. So yeah, we definitely need to talk about that still. But yeah, listen, people, before you close out, if you haven't liked the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, put post notifications on, and we are out, people.
Hey, I swear Firms and Reds pattern this.